Hey, in this video we are going to learn how to rotate an object perpetually in the Unreal Engine 4, and I'm using version 4.17.2, just so that you know. Alright, first of all, instead of just doing like a simple rotation, I'd like to set up something like a fan, and it'll also show you how to parent some objects. So very quickly, I'm going to drag a basic cylinder out here. I'll pull it up, then hit my end key to drop it to the floor, and it's actually kind of a large object, so I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. So I'll scale it on the z-axis probably down to like 0.2 over here, and then you know what, I'm going to leave it up in the air a little bit just for the fun of it. Alright, so that's going to be the center of my fan blade, or of my fan. So then what I'll do is I'll take a cube and stretch that out here, and let's see if I can get over it a little bit. There we go. And I'll also scale this out, so I'm tapping my space bar, scale that out to be a fan blade just a little bit. Looks like it's lined up just fine there. And even this is a little bit big. You can see it goes underneath the land, or the floor there, so I'll pull it up. And then let's scale that also on the z-axis, 0.2, enter. And one more thing, because fans with level blades are not going to push around a lot of air, so we're also going to rotate it just a little bit, 20 degrees. How's that? Alright, so that'll at least get us started. Let me zoom up and out here, and let's see if we can look down and go over this. The next thing is I would like to make 4 fan blades, so I've got this one selected, so I will hold my Alt key and rotate 90 degrees. And that duplicates it, and then I'm going to put this into position over here, and let's hold Alt and rotate another 90 degrees, and let's bring this one over here. And then one more time, hold Alt and rotate 90 degrees, and bring that one over here as well. Alright, so as you can see now, I've got some fan blades. Let's go down. There we go. So that looks pretty good right there. And what I would like to do is parent these blades to the cylinder here, because I'm only going to rotate the center piece, that cylinder right there. And let's see, I'm going to create a new folder for these pieces as well. So let's roll all that default stuff up. And that looks good. Alright, here's all my cylinder pieces. So I'm going to create a new folder over here. And we'll just call it, whoops, where'd it go? And click. Not sure what's going on here. Am I making multiple folders? There we go. New folder, and I'm going to type in fan. How about that? And then I will select this, holding Shift, and click the last object, and let's click and drag and drop them on the fan. Now, one other thing is that while I've got them all highlighted here, let's make sure that they're all movable, otherwise they're not going to move. And, oh, what is this one? Yeah, I don't want that one in there. Cube mesh kind of snuck in there, so let's just drop it out there. Alright, so now I've got the cylinder and the 4 fan blades. That looks good. So inside my folder here, it just makes them easier to find when you do that. Now if I were to rotate this or do anything with it, you'll notice that it just rotates all by itself. It does not, the blades don't come with it. So let's bring the blades with it. The way we do that, let's see if we can do it all at once. Holding Shift, I'll grab the 4 blades. I'm going to click and drag them and drop them on top of the cylinder. Then you'll notice they are now all parented underneath the cylinder. So now if I rotate the cylinder, they all move with it. That's pretty good. I like that. Alright, so I'm good. So let's go ahead and get this thing rotating. Currently, if I go in here, and let's get our character over here. So he'll be looking at the fan blade, so I'm going to rotate him also. When he starts, he'll be looking at the fan. So when I hit play, there's my fan blades, and they're just kind of sitting there. Alright, so at least now we know what we're looking at. What I'll do is I will select my cylinder in the World Outliner. Then let's pull this up just a little bit to give us some room for our details. Down in our details, we have an Add Component button, so let's click on that. And then I'm going to, there's all these components. I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down until I get to where it says, it's in the Movement Rollout, Rotating Movement. So I'll click there, and you'll see rotation rate. By default, the Z-axis is rotating at 180 degrees, and that is per second. So how many degrees per second? So I'm just going to leave it like that, and let's hit play. That's all I did, but if you'll notice, up here, I had my cylinder, which is a static mesh component, and then I added this rotating movement component here. And then when I've clicked on this, the options for it come here. But if I'm back up in my cylinder, then you can see this is the cylinder properties. But I'd like to go here, and then we'll hit play. Alright, so there it is. And now watch what happens. If I'm going to fall, if I'm going to run into it, so it does bounce me back. It's got some collision to it, so that's kind of cool, and I can even jump on it. And then it spins me around. So, alright, so that's pretty good. And that's 180 per, let's get back into rotating movement, 180 degrees per second. So if I really want to make this thing go fast, let's go to like twice around, 720. We'll do a 720. So that's fan blade is going to be flying now. So yeah, that looks pretty fast. So, and then if I just want something gentle, I'll take it, whoops, not there, rotating movement. I'll take it down to like maybe 90 degrees per second. So it takes 4 seconds to go all the way around to do a full 360 degrees. Alright, very nice. That was really good. So that's how you do a rotating movement component. And it's as simple as that. It perpetually rotates, it doesn't stop, and I've got collision on it. So hope you learned something, and like my page, I Teach 3D.